You ever scroll through Amazon or Temu or those weird Instagram ads and think, who is buying all of this junk? Well, today, we did. We bought four-wheel drive accessories, tools, and gadgets that all claim to make your life easier. Today, we're going to find out if they do or not. So, are they going to be useful or useless? Let's get into it. So here's how this is going to work. We've got weird and potentially wonderful gadgets here that we're going to put through their paces in a real life situation. Once we're finished, you will know which ones you should buy or which ones you should leave in that online shopping hell basket. So let's get into our first questionable purchase. All right, kick things off. Product number one. Now these are called magnetic collars for a screwdriver. These are from Temu, that well-known place for quality products. What these are supposed to do is magnetize your screwdriver bit head and stop the screw from falling off. Now, I did read a few reviews about these. Danny S, rubbish, very weak magnets, starting well. Alex Palmer, absolutely rubbish, never buy again. Jay Wong Huang, this is difficult to use. The ad says 1.2 centimeters, the one that arises 0.9 centimeters. The photo shows optimal quality, not the product sent. I regret the purchase. Right, so with that inspiration, let's see what these are all about. I need to get that screw to stay on. Now it'll stay there, but it's going to fall off pretty easy. Not that good. Let's bring in our little guy, put that on, slide the collar up. That's actually okay. Let's put it to the test. Let's see how well we do. So that's, ooh, that's, it's worked. I'm really happy with that. That's very good. I don't believe any of the reviews. That's actually very good. But it's actually very good.
It's not though.
It is. That's so difficult to get in. Okay. Let me have that one. That's good.
Okay, you can have that one.
I didn't have that many expectations of this. I thought these were going to be useless. I am very pleasantly surprised. These go into the actually useful pile. Very impressed. Andy's not going to be happy because he told me these were crap. Let me preface this by saying I did actually try and buy useful things because I love cleaning my car. And this actually looked useful when I saw it on Instagram. It turns out it wasn't that cheap. It wasn't $100 and something. I can't remember exactly. But the legend who's behind the camera, Mr. Logan, he informed me when he saw it that he saw the same thing on Amazon for half price. Exactly the same thing. So there's a lesson there. Don't just buy the first thing that you see. Now, let's go to the reviews on this one. I would have given it a 0 if I could. I bought a steam cleaner and the thing leaks like crazy. The attachment keeps unscrewing. I wrote to the company saying I want to return it and they said it is not possible. With the reviews astoundingly good as usual, let's put this one to the test and see how it works. These look as if they're pretty much all caked with a bit of oil and grease. So let's see what this does to that. So I've just turned it on and we're waiting. Just obviously building up a bit of steam. There's no trigger or anything, you just let it go. So I'm just going to try it with this wire brush on it and see what it does. It's taking bits off. I wouldn't say it's earth-shattering. Right, so we tried using it. All it did is it got hot, steam did come out. We tried to agitate it with this metal brush and that's after 2 minutes. If I wanted to clean the whole engine bay, like the ad said, it would take me probably 7 to 10 business days because this thing is absolutely pants. It might be good for cleaning maybe seats or plastic dashes or something where you don't need to take grease off. There is other nylon attachments here which may be quite good for something else, but I'm going to rank this absolutely useless. It's going from here into the bin. Now, let's get on to these bad boys. Now, these are called, I'm just going to read out the headline. These are called electrical disconnect pliers, carbon steel electrical connector pliers, automotive electrical plug connector disconnect tools, fuel line pliers, disconnect pliers for push tab style plugs from the brand Longugo. That's what these are. So that'd be really easy just to stencil on there so you knew what they were. Right, what do they do? Well, the advert says they can be used by one hand. Check. Now, I don't know if this one's to get into tight spaces because it's got a bend on it and get in there. This one's not. This is just for getting plugs out. If you've ever been like me and you've got sausages for fingers and you can't press it because you're into the middle, you've been using your fingers all day building stuff, you're trying to get that one plug out and it won't come out, bring on the savior. Bring on these and you just Just got little fingers on the top. These are different than normal pliers. Like, see, top bit pushes the plug in and the bottom bit grabs it so you can pull it out. These promise to save those fingers getting munted in the afternoon because you can't get it out. You're so frustrated by then. Let's try them out. Now, I'm going to try it on this one down in here. We had to take this one off when we were putting the R-Max ECU in, and it was a nightmare. So let's try with our new friends and see how good or hard this is going to be to get out. Oh, look at that. Dead set, straight out. That, honestly, when we were putting the ECU in, that took forever. Well, not forever, but it was a couple of swear words and maybe a stubby to get it out. Right, sold. That's in the actually useful pile. Definitely is.
So these are tray back anchor straps by Cargomate. Now, apologies for the audio, I did forget to turn the microphone on. But what these do, these save you putting the straps over your tray and basically crushing the sides in or bending them in to secure the load down. And what these are supposed to do is go in between the tray and the sides and allow you to strap not only the load down a bit safer, but also put a lower load in that would be maybe lower than the size of the tray. So on the instructions it says to install these, obviously we just put them around the side rails of the tray, like a trucky strap. These are, one bit goes in, then we put the D-ring over the top, and then what we have to do is drop the side of the tray down and poke the other bit up inside it. So I thought I'd put a few different things in the tray and just see how these actually worked in real life. So I had a few boxes that I whacked in, and then a bike that I actually had to take somewhere anyway. So it's pretty good just to put it in and see how that would strap it down, because it was below the size of the tray, which normally would be pretty hard to strap in.
Right, these are actually really useful. I will absolutely use these moving forward. Keep the load secure, and low loads are easier to tie down. Plus you don't have to bend the tray sides in and try and ratchet it that tight. So big tick for these ones. Okay, we're onto the air blower. Now, I've no idea where this came from because it has no branding on it whatsoever. We found one online, and this is the ad for one very similar to this. Jet dry leaf blower for DeWalt 20 volt, 60 volt battery, air pump duster, turbine jet, violent, turbo fan blower, turbine powerful jet, high speed, violent fan for car cleaning. That's what this is. So you can specify what battery system you want. I think it's DeWalt, maybe Milwaukee, and there's a couple others, but we're DeWalt, so whack it on. It beeps at you. Now, everybody who's tried this, when we fire it up, it does surprise them because it actually spins up really fast and really good. It's cool. It's very cool. Let's go and see what we can blow, find something to blow away with it. This thing's good. Ready? So, this is one that's actually very useful. It's going definitely to the top of the very useful pile. The form factor, it's every bit as powerful as the big blowers, but look at the size of it, and it fits easily into the canopy. It doesn't. Will go anywhere with you, can come camping easily. Love it, just tucked away. All right, next up, we're back to the land of Temu. Now, these are microfiber cloths. They're described as ultra absorbent microfiber cloths. These are more like tissue paper. Every single review of this product says exactly as described. So whether they're actual people or just a bot, who knows? So it says here, high performance microfiber cleaning cloth, 1200 washes, ultra absorbent towels for streak-free cleaning, no chemicals, perfect for car washing and jewelry care. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little go at the absorption test. This is the Temu microfiber cloth. This is the Salty Captain microfiber cloth, which is a lot bigger. But we're only going to put about the same height in of both, and we'll see which one's more absorbent. Let's poke that one in. So we'll put that one in about there. So let's bring them both out and see which is absorbed more. Wow, so look at that. That's pretty clear that the Salty Captain has absorbed an awful lot more than the Temu tissue. All right, so the next test we want to do is the streak test. Now, they promise to be streak free. I'm just going to pull this off, and that left a lot of water. Pull this one off, and that actually left more streaks. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's an awful lot more water there than there is there. So not streak free as described, but I wouldn't think you could use these 1200 times. At best, these are meh. You'd use them once, chuck them in the bin. I don't think 1200 washes is going to happen. Doesn't feel nice to use. Meh at best. All right, and we're staying in the land of Temu. Now, these are the 3D printed socket organizers. They're just plastic. I was using clip-on numbers here. Now, these Obviously they're not labeled, they go off and go on easily. And these are actually just all messed up. I couldn't tell you what size what is. They're all just put on there in whatever order. And when you sometimes look into the drawer, they fall off and they land places and you don't be bothered putting them back on. There's 2 levels. So there's a long socket and a normal length socket. I spent probably 15 minutes in my drawer of sockets that were so unorganized, just literally dropping each one over. All the different size of ratchets, 1/2 inch, 3/4, whatever. You know what? I've been using these for about 2 weeks now. And look, they're all still in order. There is a 10mm socket, straight there. And there is another 10mm socket. And even there is a 10mm deep socket. Can you believe, if you'd have said to me, because we have on the wall an emergency break glass for 10mm socket, which we've never used, but you know how much you lose 10mm sockets, they're always there. It's not going to reinvent the wheel, but you know what? It's actually making me and Andy keep ourselves a little bit tidier. Not really a 4-wheel drive tool, but definitely a workshop tool. I'm going to put them in there. Does what it says on the tin pile. Does work. So there we are. These are products I've just picked up over the last couple of months. Some of them are useful, some of them are not that useful, some of them are useless and going straight in the bin. But anyway, pretty good products all in all. I'm going to be happy with using a lot of them. Now listen, if you have anything that you think we should review, leave it drop down in the comments here. Tell us what we should get next and we'll try them out. Anyway, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please pop a subscribe in, I would really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.